You are getting drowsy. You are getting very sleepy. You are being influenced. I am an influencer. No. Wait, I'm definitely not an influencer, and I really don't like that term much at all. I am a content creator. I used to be a photographer. What happened? I'll tell you what happened. I started off as a portrait photographer. I then slowly evolved into a stock photographer, then evolved into a photographer/content creator for YouTube. That is basically my progression. So I started off doing portraits, and I then slowly evolved into doing creative portraits, which I loved because I had the chance to create a story, create my own props. It was fun, it was exciting, and I loved the challenges of doing it. Stock photography came along. My model work and everything started shifting into that, but they didn't want this heavily themed stuff. They wanted models basically shot isolated on a white background. So that's what I started doing because they didn't want the other stuff or they would reject it. I did come up with some concepts of models on white, but on the whole, it was fairly generic. Now I did shoot models in other settings and things as well. It wasn't all on white, but that was the majority of it. And then models were getting hard to come by. So natural progression, I like food. I like baking. I started shooting food. So you can see my early food work. Oh, that's embarrassing to show you, especially those tacos. But that's how I started. And it's a continual learning process in photo and video. You're always learning and striving to do better. Now my food photography has got a lot better from where it was. But then the food photography led me into product photography, into nature photography, into shooting animals. So all of a sudden, I turn around and now I'm a jack of all trades, a master of none, as they say. It just kind of happened. And then I'm going for volume of images. I'm going for the quantity versus the quality of images. And in fact, for stock photography, you need quantity and quality. And I was just, poof, everything was kind of going downhill for me as a photographer. Now, it wasn't all bad because my Photoshop skills increased 100-fold to what they were because the stock sites pixel peep. So your composites better be right on point or they were getting rejected. It's not so much anymore these days. It's kind of really hit and miss. But that is what was happening. So I went from a portrait photographer to a jack of all trades, pumping out quantity of images that weren't of the quality that were before. And that's how it was going on for a long time. Then I wanted to start showing some of this stuff to other people, so I created a YouTube channel. I quickly discovered what I really wanted to do, and that was to pass on all the information and knowledge that I have to you guys so that you could create the best content you possibly can and help you learn faster. Because when I started this out, I didn't have all these resources available to me to learn how to do things. Today, I think it's fantastic that we have this free passing of information around, and I think it's absolutely wonderful thing to have, and I'm glad to be part of it. But that was my evolution. I went from a portrait photographer to now a jack of all trades. My YouTube channel is a jack of all trades. Well, I don't teach car mechanics, but within the photography videography world, I'm fairly broad spectrum that way. What do you guys think? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Honestly, I think if I could go back to my young self, I would say find out what your true passion is and stick to that one topic. And don't get swayed and don't let anything sway you from that true path. That being said, I do very much enjoy the wide spectrum of it. But if I was just starting out, wanted that hard-driven career, I would probably niche, because if you've got a plumbing problem in your home, are you going to call a jack of all trades person, or are you going to call that plumber that's been doing it for 30 years? Just a thought. Let me know what you guys think about this. It's a hot topic on the web and has been forever within photography. So anyways, that is basically my story. Portrait photographer, stock photographer, YouTuber, and I'm still doing it. Now the bonus of YouTube is some of the images that I create for YouTube, I can upload to stock as a free byproduct. That is a bonus for me. Anyways, guys, that's it from this photo content creator videographer. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that bell notification so you're aware when I post new videos. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. So, till the next time.